Yeah, there's at least 2 over here too.
Yep. Got him.
Oh, watch the pedals. Oh. No way.
Not long ago, I decided to ditch the corporate grind to pursue my passions for traveling and the great outdoors. So I sold everything, moved into a trailer full time, and now I'm fishing my way across the entire country.
There we go. Fish on!
Look at that!
You're watching Field Trips with Robert Field.
That was insane!
Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Field Trips. I'm Robert Field. If you don't know me, if you do, welcome back to the show. We're here in Motegut, Louisiana. You guys know the spot. We're at PAC Kayak Rentals. Mr. Eddie, the man, the myth, the legend over here. Working hard as always. We're here with Jacob Jezionik. We got Frank, my buddy Rex Del Rey, and Matt Carr, one of the kind of resident guides here at PAC. You guys have seen episodes here before. We are here filming for the ANGLR app. We'll talk about that more later. You guys have heard me talk about it. We're going to show you today how we're using it to find more fish so that every time I come back here, I know where to go and what to do. But yeah, we're getting ready to launch right now. We're already behind schedule. The sun is coming up, so we're gonna get on the water. Ready to do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Filmception.
Yeah. Filming the filming.
I love that.
It's filming,
Filmception.
you filming us with your eyes.
Oh, whoa. That's a new layer.
Thanks, brother. Got some dolphins out here this morning. They frequent these channels and even the shallow marsh. And a good rule of thumb, if you see dolphins, head the opposite direction because the fishing grinds to a halt when they're in the area. There he is. And when they're around, these fish know it and they stop eating. All right, guys, so we're out here, like I said, filming something for the ANGLR app, kind of a high quality film piece. Show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes of that. It is a process. It's always a miracle when we catch any fish on these kinds of shoots because there's just so much setting up shots and doing this, wait, do that, look left, turn around, come to this side. So hopefully we can actually catch a few fish today. We'll show you kind of what this process is like. Yeah, we got Rex here. He's driving the film boat. And yeah, we're going to a spot that Matt Carr, one of the guides here, told us about. And we're gonna use the ANGLR app to go figure it out so we can come back and kind of dial it in even more. Because I'll be back. We always come back.
You see that? Is that not a red? So they're up skinny. There? Yeah, I see it. One just came out of this, but then I couldn't see which way it went. I think it gets deeper right there. There's definitely reds in here.
There we go.
Yep. There's a decent one. He's right on that point, right where he should have been. Doesn't feel real big, but decent guy. Ooh, he didn't light the boat. I do not have a net. Probably don't need it. Try not to lose him while I get this mic on. Yeah, I'll be careful. Dude, this mic is, I'm about to lose this fish. All right. Can you hear me? Oh, you don't have your...
Put the net right.
And he's gone. I can't do the mic, man.
That's what I'm saying, don't worry about the mic. Let Jacob do it.
Yeah, but I can't have Jacob come over here and do the mic while I'm fighting the fish either. Like, I just need to land the fish and then we'll turn
it on after you catch it and bring it
get audio, yeah.
Yeah, because I'll switch to 24 and 60. I'm not going to get your audio in 60 anyways. So we'll come over, I'll switch systems, we'll turn the mic on.
Good to know. I wouldn't have fought that fish with my knees if I had known. All good, all good. Matt gave me the magic swim bait. That was my first cast with it, so I think we're gonna be all right. And that, guys, is the magic of the movies. There's behind the scenes on how many fish you guys don't ever see, because we're over here fiddling with the electronics, fighting the fish with our knees, and it comes off. But there it was. That's what we're looking for. Matt just gave me this little magic swim bait. Probably don't want me showing that top secret. Just a paddle tail, nothing fancy. It's got a little blade on it though. Water's super dirty right now. And that was quite literally my very first cast with it. Stuck a decent fish. And apparently finding fish with your knees is not the best method. Nobody told me. We'll try doing it with our hands on the next one, I guess. Yeah, there's at least 2 over here too. I just missed a cast right as you set the hook on that. Yep, got him. Pretty colors, not a monster or anything. There's more over there too. Oh, and I do have a net now. Go ahead and actually get this guy in the boat. What do y'all think? Do something a little different? Nice. All right, well, second fish I've hooked. Hopefully about to be the first fish I've landed. Oh, watch the pedals. Oh, no way. Woo! That was sketchy. Nice. There we go. Okay. So now what do you want, Mike? Threw the bait out about 10 feet out in front of him, waited for him to get close, hopped it a couple times. There was weight on the other end, set the hook, and there he was. Beautiful, beautiful red. That's a keeper here in Louisiana. All right, go ahead and tap the bullseye once, mark this guy in the ANGLR app. Beautiful fish, there are more in here. They're holding here for some reason. We'll let this guy go, see if we can get some bigger ones for dinner. And there he goes. Nice. Saw like 3 when we first came. Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, why is it moving to the side? Fish on. Another one, and there's more back in there for sure. Oh yeah, decent fish. Woo. Nice. Man, that was such a subtle take. I didn't even feel him grab it. Number 2. Figuring something out now. Ding! That bullseye. All right, number 2 in the same little spot. Gonna hit the bullseye on that guy. No monsters yet, but I mean, you can't beat sight casting these guys. We are seeing the wakes. The water's still a little high, so we can't actually see the fish, but they kind of give themselves away with some subtle swirls and wakes, and yeah, just beautiful fish. Once they grab it, they just go crazy. It's fun fighting them in this shallow water, pretty chaotic fight. Red drum, redfish. We'll be eating some of these guys for dinner later, but I'm gonna let this little gal go. Nice! It's good water dumping out of here. Got him. Man, right on the inside of this little like half sliver moon island. Oh! Well, dagnabbit! I can't even blame that one on knees fishing. He was right there, those little tufts of grass. Sometimes you just look at a spot and you're like, there should be a fish right there. And there he was. All right, so what makes PAC Point of Shane here so special is that it's a great place to sight fish for redfish. And what I mean by that is, basically we come up in these really shallow, marshy back pockets, and essentially we're just looking for fish. And the key is to be stealthy. I'm really talking too loud right now explaining this to you guys, but really you want to be quiet, you want to be slow, and you just need to be looking and listening, and these redfish will give themselves away because the water's so shallow. Now sometimes you'll see the fish, you know, they got that bright kind of copper color. Even though the water's dirty, you'll be able to see that color. And then sometimes you're just looking at wakes. They're pushing water, it's so shallow that when they move, these bigger bodied fish, they create like a V wake. And so you'll want to cast out in front of that. And that's where really the skill comes in. You gotta make the perfect cast. You don't want to land too close because you'll spook them. And obviously you want to land it in their path. Now other fish will make wakes, they can be misleading. That is big mullet. You can kind of just tell that just comes from kind of time on the water here. All this is a big school of mullet here. So that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for bigger wakes. Typically the reds are not going to be as kind of I don't know, like erratic and darting all around. They're gonna be more of like kind of straight line wakes. A lot of times they're slower. And then any big like swirl or pop right on the grass, that's typically gonna be a redfish as well. And what I like to do if I see a redfish cruising, I'll pitch it maybe 5-6 feet in front of him so he doesn't get spooked when it lands. And then you just wait, and you gotta hope he kind of maintains course. And once he gets close, you hop that thing up off the bottom once, and he should smack it. But for me, that's really what I love about red fishing. It's a lot more like hunting than fishing, in the sense that you're kind of waiting, stalking, listening, being quiet, and then you see the animal and kind of take your shot. And these fish are primarily feeding on shrimp and crabs. Other crustaceans, they will eat, you know, little finger mullet and stuff like that. But even though I'm using a paddle tail, which you would typically think that's imitating a fish, I need to swim it. I'm actually hopping it up off the bottom, and they just see that little critter hopping up out of the mud or out of the grass, and they just can't resist it. We'll see. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper up into it. I think I'll cut around here, man, and go in the left. Yep. Come on. Nice, fish on, fish on. I saw a nice big weight coming back into this pocket. Cast it out in front of it, waited for it to catch up with my lure. Oh, it's off. And there it went, messing with the cameras. Story of my life. I don't know when I'll learn to stop messing with the cameras while I got a fish on. Apparently at least one more time. I'm not having any fun. Got him. Nice, another fish on. He's actually flying the drone. This never happens. Flying the drone and I just hit the fish. There was another one just a little bit past the same spot. I mean, same thing. I saw a wake. I'm assuming he heard me, and he kind of started moving away from me, and I pitched it out in front of him, waiting for him to get close. One twitch, and he smashed it. But it was just such tight quarters in that little cut that couldn't keep him out of my drive. Line got around the drive and broke me off. To rig back up, try to get another one. Got one. See if I can actually get this one to the boat. Don't have a net. Come here, come here. Nice. Saw him, spotted him kind of cruising that bank line over there. I couldn't really tell what species it was. I couldn't see the color from how far it was, but it was a redfish. Spoiler alert. And look at this. Quite the bonus, a nice surprise. My first keeper flounder. Look at that guy. Well, there's a nice surprise. There's my first keeper flounder. These fish are delicious. They're a flatfish like halibut. They sit on the bottom, camouflage perfectly with the sand, and they're actually born like a normal fish with one eye on each side of their body. And as they grow older, one eye migrates to the other side so that both their eyes are on one side and they swim sideways. Really bizarre fish, but they are delicious. Really nice surprise. I've caught about 80 of these and I've never caught a keeper until now. That is sweet. Great, great fish. That's a pretty good one too. I'll go this way, get behind him. Oh, there he went. We've got by far the biggest gator I've seen here. He just went under. Pretty decent, at least 6 foot. Jacob thinks it's bigger than that.
I bet it's a 9-footer.
Hard to tell, all we can see is the head, but he just went down. I've seen lots of little gators here. I've never seen a big one. There he is. You just see his eyeballs and his snout. Yeah, it's a pretty decent one, man. There he goes. Dude, he's somewhere here close and I can't see him at all. That's creepy. Got a lot of bubbles here. It's got to be him, maybe him breathing, but also him just stirring up the bottom. There's a lot of gases trapped in this mud, this muck. Dude, he's gonna come up right next to me. I'm gonna poop everywhere. There he is. Just cruising.
Now he's getting out of here. There's fish.
Yeah, man. Just cast right up on this grass point, and he was right where he should have been. First cast, didn't even reel it, didn't even twitch it. He smacked it the second it hit the water. Not a big guy, but beautiful fish. Look at that. Look at the colors. Smith this guy in the ANGLR app. Remember this spot, these kind of broken up islands, they're always pretty good. Good for a couple fish. We just had about a 7-8 foot gator chilling next to us. I'm glad he wasn't around when I hooked this guy. Not big, but we've been getting on steady action. Missed a few today, but I don't even know. We're on our way in now. That's number 4 landed, I think, and the flounder. Lost a couple, lost a few. Great day though. Super fun. And we've tracked it all at the ANGLR app. So we'll be able to come out here and repeat the success, if not improve on it. Bye, buddy. Nice.
Good deal.
Yeah, they're out here.
Yes, sir. That was right on that point.
All right, well, killer day on the water today. Caught a ton of fish. Kept a few reds and that flounder, my first keeper flounder. Super stoked about that. So now I'm gonna fillet them up and we're gonna cook them up tonight. Should be good. 2 of the best eating fish on the planet, if you ask me. Let's get to work. Interesting. We got one of the new Gerber fillet knives, super sharp.
Yeah, the knife looks good though, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. The knife's doing its job. The knifer is the problem. All right, and now the main event. My first keeper flounder, but I've never cleaned one, so it's gonna be interesting. He's over there like,
No, you get 2 fillets. Yeah.
only Americans fillet their fish, really.
What are the other corporate eat it?
Eat a whole. They gut it, fry that bitch up whole, pick the meat off the bones. And really, fish tastes way better when you eat it. So you can see how white that meat is. That's in large part because we bled it. Cut the gills with those Gerber shears. Just prevents you from getting that kind of blood line you'll see in some fish. Super, super white meat, really clean. Flounder is a good one. Beautiful piece of meat. Butchered to perfection. All right, boys. Got them cleaned up. That's a lot of redfish.
Sir.
I was gonna say, I mean, normally I would just cook it up. Salt, pepper, maybe a little garlic, put in some olive oil, whatever, but I don't have any of those things. So we're just helping Amanda carry some stuff up here to the PAC Shack. Figure just let her cook it up. She cooks up people's catches all the time.
Let's do it.
It'll be a lot better, that I can guarantee. Oh, hello, Miss Amanda. Fancy meeting you here. Got some redfish.
Awesome. You ready to cook your catch?
Yeah, you down to cook it up for us?
Sweet. We're frying.
Yeah, if you're, I trust your judgment. Is there any way we could invade your space and
Sure thing.
you walk us through how you're cooking it?
I'm going to have you sign our waiver for us. This is your consumption risk.
Oh.
So it says that you have cleaned your own fish and you are liable if you did not get all the bones out. And that we're going to cook it up for you. So I just need you to sign there.
There's at least a decent chance I did not get all the bones out, so I get it. And I left it out in the sun for like 17 hours. That's okay, right?
Great.
It's aged to perfection, I would say.
Guarantee to get you sick. Come on in.
All right. Wow, you guys are getting a sneak peek of the PAC Shack behind the scenes? Took me like a year before I got invited back here. Amanda here cooks the best breakfast. If you come down to PAC and you're looking for something to eat, this is the spot. You guys are open Thursday to Sunday?
That is correct.
Yeah, so run us through it. Like, what's your...
So what we typically do, we have a scale and we weigh out exactly how much you have.
Okay. I normally grill it because I never have the paraphernalia to fry some fish, so I'd say we do it fried just for something different. It's kind of above my pay
We
grade.
have 2.7 pounds of fish. So what I like to do is just cut them into smaller little pieces for you. They fry crispier, taste better.
I like
and
it.
And then we'll batter up, dip them in, and we'll send them through the fryer.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Redfish fingers. Y'all didn't know redfish had fingers. Not be true.
Are we gonna put you to work?
Oh, sure. Sure. I'd be happy to. What can I do? Yeah, what can I do? I've fried fish before. I'm recognizing this whole setup here.
Alright, well, let's do
None of this is foreign to me. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I washed my hands on Tuesday, so they should be fine.
Great.
Guess we'll do this as a formality.
Alright, so these 2 little purple bowls is what I like to use.
Man, that's nice. I'm always using like a paper plate and I just make a mess everywhere, you know. And I live in a trailer, so little messes become big messes.
One is just my dip.
Egg wash
And it's
type
an egg
of
wash. And then mustard.
mustard.
Yes.
Y'all learning some secrets here. I've never seen that.
Seasoning.
The secret seasoning. You'll tell me off air what that is, right? Like,
Sure.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna mix that around real good.
All right.
Chop up some of these pieces and get them a little smaller.
I like how we don't use spoons around here. Not afraid to get our hands dirty. Oh gosh.
What's wrong?
I'll help you mop later.
That's all right. Fry crispier, they taste better.
Oh yeah, and they're like bite size, you know, it's nice.
And now we don't know if they're illegal or not.
All these fish are legal. It is weird for me coming here because the limit's a lot smaller than Texas where I'm from, and you can keep 5 instead of 3. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
it's just, yeah. I remember my first time here, I can't remember who I was fishing with, but I was like, this guy's breaking the law. That's 4 at
It might just
least.
be.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You guys get to keep 5. Just, I mean, really, it just goes to show what a strong fishery you guys have that
That's exactly.
they let us take 5.
And I'm kind of just feeling, look, this one has some ribs on it, so. It will probably
Bones?
fit. Yep.
That must
You
have,
signed that
that must have, that one I didn't clean. I know it looked like I cleaned all of them, but y'all missed it. Matt came in and cleaned that one. So we're gonna give them a good dip here in this egg wash with mustard, the secret ingredient. I'm learning new tricks today. So typically you want some kind of wet layer, and then you're gonna put them in some kind of dry layer. And there can be a lot of different things, but egg is kind of the binding ingredient. That's what's gonna make this Louisiana seafood seasoning stick.
Do you want a side?
Y'all want some sides? Fries? Onion rings? Hush puppies? What do you like, fries or onion rings? You guys got a preference?
I like all of them.
You like them all?
That's a strong opinion.
Fried foods, there's not too many I've met that I didn't like. You got a preference?
Onion rings?
Yeah, let's do onion rings. Something a little different. Let's get crazy. Or do you want to throw them all in at once?
You can throw them all in.
They all fit in there at once? Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I never fry fish, because I don't have that contraption. I live in a trailer. The industrial fryer hasn't really made the cut in terms of kitchen space. Really want to get a good even coating. Man, y'all don't even know. You're in for a treat. You ever had redfish, Frank?
No.
Just wait. The flounder, I almost feel like just like pans. Is that what you're talking about? Like just pan fry the flounder,
if it
or?
was whole, I would have.
I know, yeah.
Stuff inside, but,
What I said that when I was filleting it, I was talking about like the real way to do this is to butterfly it open and stuff it with some crab or crawfish or whatever. But I had none of those things, so I just filleted it.
let those hush puppies go.
Okay.
Then we're gonna do these next, and then I need to come over and cut you guys up some onions for the onion rings.
Man, that's how you know PAC Shack's doing it right. She's got to slice actual onions to make the onion rings. You go to Burger King and get onion rings, no onions are harmed in the making of Burger King's onion rings. She's still got to slice the onions. I love that. Like if I'd never been to this place in my life, I'd be like, oh, the restaurant like up on stilts, like that's the spot. Right on the water, that's the spot where you get the real food.
And then I'm gonna swap and come on that side, and I'm gonna slice into that bowl. And then by
Oh, what's that called? A mandolin?
Yeah.
No. Yeah?
then,
I was like, mandolin is either for slicing vegetables or it's an instrument, a stringed instrument. It's 50-50.
So I'm gonna chop these.
Interesting fact about Rob Field, I could eat that onion like an apple.
Yeah.
I love white onions like that.
Absolutely
That's my jam. Please be careful.
The little guy that comes in here and works with me, he does the same thing. And
I love onion rings too.
you wouldn't make it if, with grilling, because the grill is really strong when you have to grill the onions.
You don't trust my,
You get an A
my
plus.
tossings?
You get
A
an A
plus.
plus.
Nice.
You got them all coated.
You heard that. You heard that. I can get that in writing.
All right, so we're just gonna put these little things in.
So how long are you frying these for?
3 minutes.
3 minutes
We're gonna
at
check
360 degrees. So 1 year the PAC Shack's been here. I've been coming to PAC for many years, it feels like, and we never had a place to get any kind of food, drinks, anything like that. They opened up the PAC Shack and it's really just kind of changed the whole place. Rex loves this place. Incredible breakfast, incredible lunch. They're open Thursdays through Sunday, and the food's amazing. So if you're in Pointe-au-Chien or anywhere in the area, come by. You can come up by boat, pull up right below. and get you some grub. She'll also cook your catch. Better than you can cook it, that's a guarantee. Oh yeah. Just trying to be polite. Sweet.
It does not get fresher than this.
That's it. That redfish was swimming today.
So try
I'm
this
excited to
on
try
your
that.
ribs and your fish.
I can already tell just looking at it, I'm gonna like it. I like sauces that are that color. You know what I
Kind
mean?
of like a remoulade or a cane sauce if you've had that before. It kind of tastes the same flavor.
Ooh-wee.
Amanda just cooked us up some fresh grub. This was from our redfish that we caught and the flounder that Rob caught. Looks amazing. I'm ready to eat. Oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Fresh redfish, as fresh as it gets, was swimming today. One of my favorite fish to eat. PAC sauce. I've never had that. That's delicious. The fish is good though, just on its own. Lisa said you got a little late start today. She was calling you out this morning.
I was completely burnt out.
This sun, man, I was telling her I was legitimately worried about you out there laying that floor and stuff. In this heat, man,
Oh yeah.
I was worried about us, honestly, out there. It's
But you see, I'm painting. I want to do that naked and afraid challenge.
yeah,
Oh yeah. You know, they suffer from dehydration and everything.
right.
I'm training my body to function dehydrated.
I come back here and you're laying floor naked, I'm gonna be upset, Eddie. I'm
Well,
just
I'll
saying.
be afraid.
I'm just we will all be afraid.
Naked and afraid.
You know what I couldn't do on that show is the bugs.
I couldn't deal with the bugs.
And being around here at sunset naked, I don't think I could do that. Yeah, it's.
I would have to have a fire starter.
All right, guys, and that's gonna do it for this unconventional catch and cook, which I've realized is basically the only kind of catch and cooks I do. Good times here at PAC, like always. The homie Rex Del Rey. If you guys don't follow him on YouTube, check it out. Link down in the description. Got Jacob and Frank here from ANGLR. Jacob and I met,
What was that, like 4 years?
at least 4 years ago at a Kayak Bass Series event, and I think he said like some of what I was doing kind of gave you the idea to do the first ANGLR tour.
Yeah, so basically like I saw you out on the road, met you at that kayak tournament, and then started, like I had already followed you, came up, said hi, and yeah, seeing your trip was kind of the inspiration for the first tour.
It was awesome.
Made it happen. Finally, 5 years later,
Now
as meet and we get to
finally got
fish.
to actually do a little fishing
Yeah.
together, and these trips, you know, these shoots, it's like all very structured and not normal. But next summer I'm heading up to the Great Lakes, gonna spend all summer from Ohio over to Wisconsin. So he lives in Ohio, we're gonna be doing some fishing there, so you guys will be seeing more of him. Frank here is making some movie magic for ANGLR with me and a bunch of other incredible anglers, some friends of mine, Gene Jensen, Fluke Master, you guys probably know him, and some others. So look for this stuff. It's gonna be hitting the ANGLR YouTube channel. I will put a link down in the description for that as well. So check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good times. I gotta get on the road. I got a 9-hour drive. These guys are heading to New Orleans to continue the ANGLR tour.
Sir.
Catch you guys next week.
Strike. How you like it?
I designed it, so it's all right.
Well, I mean,
All right. Yeah,
you
we ain't
know,
always here.
hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
Hell, I said that after I got married. There's a lot of things I could have done different. I can only say that shit till Lisa comes out.
Right. I know.
I always check behind me.
That's
I know
your
I was-
own safety. That's the way.
I forgot she was standing beside me one day, and we was in this little convenience store, and bought a couple of items. And the lady said, "Would you like a bag?" And I said, "I married one." Like that, and then I said, "Uh-oh." And I turned,
She's
'cause
behind me,
her
isn't she?
eyes got real big, and I turned around and looked, and Lisa was behind me. I said, "Oh no!"
She's right behind me.
Yeah, she's looking at me, right?
So, we got a little meat on the bone here. Any comments?
it's actually like it's a pretty well-known technique over in Tahiti. They like to leave half the meat on the fish. You know, it's part of like giving back to nature and the fish gods.
Like
and,
pouring some of the beer out.
Exactly. We're just pouring one out for the homies by leaving half the fish on there. That was not an accident. I meant to do that. This is like, if you turned on Food Network and this show was on, you'd be like, this channel's really going downhill. Like this guy knows nothing. This guy keeps talking even though the real mastermind's behind him doing all the